Hello again, it's Mr. RG Stuff here, and I'm in the workshop again with this HMV number 32 motor. And I've shown in a couple of previous videos just how gummed up it was with grease and stuff, and I've showed cleaning it enough to get it running. And I've actually been all over it with toothbrush and some lighter fluid and some WD-40, and I've cleaned it up pretty well actually, considering I've not taken it to pieces. It's about as clean as it's realistically going to get, and it does work. I'll just wind it a bit. However, unfortunately, there is a problem with it. If I wind it a bit more, there we go. That sort of slapping, cracking noise is basically one of the springs inside unwinding of its own accord. So you can see the motor's not running at all. It's not actually turning the governor, but the spring barrel is moving, and it's one of the springs, and I don't know which one. In this particular model, both springs are in the same spring barrel. I think these are probably the rivets that actually hold the end of the springs in place. So at very best, one of the springs has come off its rivet. At worst, both springs are broken in some way. But certainly that does put a big spanner in the works as far as getting this motor running anytime soon. Well, anyway, I'm not entirely sure what to do. Certainly it would be possible for me to get a new spring or two and fit them in the spring barrel. I think these two rivets here are where the ends of the spring connect inside. There's a spring there and a spring there. This is not the easiest design to work on though, because both springs are in the same barrel, and there's also quite a nasty sort of metal ring that goes in there to secure it. And I do actually have a few other broken gramophone motors, or motors with broken springs, and I feel I'd be better off starting with those because they'd be easier to work on. So other options obviously is get somebody else to fix it, and certainly I need to look into that. It's going to rather depend on how much it's going to cost, and that's partly going to depend on whether I get both springs changed or not. The other option is to take the motor out of my other HMV 162. Certainly is an option. It's not a great option because it would leave that machine without a motor, and I'd only end up storing it or selling it for a pittance. So suggestions welcome, basically. But anyway, not a video that I really wanted to make, but there we go. There was always a risk with this machine that it had a bit of a spring problem, as I hadn't really tried to wind the motor a lot in the past. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mr. RG Stuff.